Hi guys, and welcome to another edition of Zuko's SEO Talking Tea. Today's conversation is to succeed in SEO, you need to have an angle. This is really important because I think SEO, a lot of people only focus on the on-site, the technical side of SEO, but really SEO has become so competitive that you need to think outside of your website. So we're going to have that conversation today. But before we jump on in, I do want to introduce the tea we have today. Today we have a pu'er tea that's gifted by my maternal grandmother, who has gifted me this pu'er tea. I drink it pretty often, actually. Pu'er tea is my most commonly drinking tea. It's a very strong kick in the morning. It has a bold flavor. It sits well. It's just a great tea to try. It's a very fermented tea. I will tell you, if you've never had a pu'er before, or you've never had fermented tea, and generally if you just don't drink much tea, when you first drink pu'er, it is a little bit different. It took me a while to get into, but classically, now I just drink a lot of it. But let's go ahead and start brewing and start talking about having an angle in SEO. So when it comes to being successful at SEO, I've talked a lot in my other videos about the importance of backlinking and getting referring domains and how that's one of the main pillars of SEO. So the reason why I say it's important to have an angle is link building is notoriously difficult. It is difficult to go out there and get links beyond directories, listings. It's the low level links are pretty easy to find, right? But it is difficult to get high quality links, and high quality links can be seen as like journals, publications, or different organizations like TV broadcast or big industry publication outlets. When you name it, those can be very difficult because you need to have an angle, and I think a lot of business owners understand that. Everyone wants press, but it's difficult to get press, right? So the reason why I'm saying that you need to have an angle when it comes to succeeding in SEO is that there's a low ceiling for when it comes to link building. That's like the low level type, like directories and listings. That's the very low level, and even those links don't have much value anymore. Where you really get the value and the big movers of links is if you can get them from high quality publications like I said earlier, outlets, podcast appearances, and so on and so forth. And the thing is, you can't just waltz in there and get those opportunities. To get into these publications or these thought leadership opportunities, you need to be able to be worthy or just attractive enough for those publications to accept you. And so the reason why I say you need to have an angle is that your business, or you yourself as a business owner, or someone in your company needs to go out there and be the face. They need to contribute content, and they need to be able to do it so that you can do it from many different places, right? So that means that your business needs to have an angle that people want to listen to. And you'd be surprised. I think people think of it only in one way. So let me give you an example. I have a client who they're a development company. They do software development of very high-end custom software development. And when we go out there, yes, we do a level of talking about software development out there, but the angle that we've actually used before is not software development focused. They are famous and really they really pride themselves on their workplace culture. And so where our angle is we have actually gone to a lot of publications and focused on our ability to create a strong workplace culture at that company, and that's the angle we use. And so it's really important for your company when it comes to SEO to have an angle. And so the best way for me to put, to help you with that is you really have to do research in the market. What are the hot topics in the industry that people are willing to listen to? So for example, and here's another one. I work with a very large engineering company who, they're very sophisticated. They work with a lot of big organizations that, go from private companies to government institutions. They do a lot. And arguably, their content would be very dense for the average person because it's very technical engineering information. But what we have also found as an angle that works for them as well, beyond the engineering field, is that this company has been doing webinars and videos for years. And I mean that for years. And so the angle that we actually found is that we know that more and more companies are going into live videos. And so what we decided to do is create an angle saying, hey, we are a large engineering firm that has been using webinars and live videos for years, almost over a decade. We can talk to what it works and what doesn't. And we were able to get into these publications where arguably, the engineering company is not like your typical sexy tech startup, but because we found the angle, we were able to get into these publications and really open up our portfolio of link building. So when it comes to being successful in SEO, link building and referring domains is a big aspect of that. And to attain those, you need to have an angle. And if you don't have an angle, you will have a really tough time being able to get these opportunities in these publications and then driving high value links back to your website. So I'd encourage you, please go back to your own site or your own teams, try to think of these different angles and try throwing different things at the wall. What I will say is one of the biggest mistakes I've done is that I try to find the perfect pitch. I would just throw out a bunch and see what catches, and you'll find what catches, and then once you find the one that does, leverage that, double down on it, and really take advantage of it, and then start opening up more opportunities. So hopefully that will help you when it comes to the really big gung-ho kind of link building. So hopefully that was valuable for you guys. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. I'm gonna go ahead and start pouring out my pu'er tea, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Thanks everybody.